I'm officially in the 3rd trimester. I'm starting to feel very pregnant. I got my results for the gestational diabetes test. She's like, I'm good. But I just want like cookies and brownies and cake and pie. I had my virtual baby shower. That was a huge needle. Good morning. Good afternoon, or good evening, depending on when you're watching this. Hi, if you're new here, my name is Grace. Welcome to my channel, or if you've been here a while, welcome back to my channel. If you don't know, I make pregnancy and lifestyle content here on YouTube. I'm currently 28 weeks pregnant, officially in the 3rd trimester, pregnant with a baby girl due in February. This is my first baby. Both my husband and I are first-time parents, and we cannot be more excited. If you want to follow along with my journey with pregnancy and into motherhood, then I would love it if you would hit that subscribe button and become a part of our little YouTube family here. Okay, and today I'm going to be doing my 28-week pregnancy update. 28 weeks. What? I'm officially in the 3rd trimester. I feel like in the beginning, it was going by so slowly. You know, as I was waiting for the next step on each thing, and then the 2nd trimester just like flew by. And now we're here and I'm having a baby in 2.5 months. What? So in today's video, I'm going to kind of be recapping the last 3 weeks, so 26, 27, and 28. If you missed any of my previous pregnancy updates, make sure you go get caught up on those so that you're up to date with everything happening. I wanted to start off by giving you guys a little peek at what the baby is looking like right now. So I'm going to pull up the app that I use. It's the Pregnancy Plus app. I really like it. And at 28 weeks, this is what baby girl is supposedly looking like. So it says approximately she is about 15 inches long and about 2.5 pounds. That could vary from baby to baby, but approximately. And then some of the highlights is eye development. So your baby's irises can now respond to light by dilating and contracting. Organ development. So all the internal organs are maturing and preparing to function on their own at birth. And skin. So your baby's skin is beginning to look less wrinkly and more like it will at birth. There's a lot of other developmental things in there too, but those are just some of the big things happening around this time. As far as symptoms and how I've been feeling, I feel like now that I'm getting into the 3rd trimester, like I'm starting to feel it a little bit, starting to feel very pregnant. So I'm kind of just gonna go week by week and let you know what's been going on with me. So I think the biggest thing, this kind of started around week 26, I started to notice that the way that I felt her movement felt very, very different from how it did before. I read that it's because the amount of amniotic fluid decreases a little bit around that time, and suddenly you can feel them move a lot more. So I can now feel her move like on both ends of my uterus, like, you know, maybe the head's up in one corner, the feet are down in the other, and I can feel both ends moving. I can also feel her like moving and shifting and rolling, and I can literally feel where she's at in my belly because it'll be really hard right there depending on where she's at, which is so cool. I love feeling her move. It's one of my very favorite things. And along with that, I've been able to see her moving through my belly way more and feel it. Like it's really, really obvious now. And other people can feel it too. So I think my mom and my best friend and my husband, Davis, have all been able to feel her move so far. She gets a little shy when other people try to feel her move. Like she'll move so much for me. And then other people will put their hands on my belly and she's like, I'm good. She was also like coming up a lot higher than she has been. So, you know, your uterus keeps growing throughout pregnancy. And before, you know, I only really felt her like down low, but now I feel her up, you know, above my belly button and moving out high and wide and in my side and like on the back sometimes, which is super different. So that's been really fun too. She also seems to prefer my left side. I feel like she hangs out on that side more often than the other one. If you guys have been pregnant, did your babies like hanging out on one side of your belly more than the other. It's the weirdest thing, but it doesn't bother me. Another thing that has not been so pleasant is I have been getting a lot of back pain and a lot of joint pain, especially at nighttime. So, you know, all my joints are kind of loosening up and preparing for birth, and I am feeling it, especially in my low back. That's like where my SI joints are. That's probably the worst. Although I have been sleeping with like a pillow in between my legs at night, and that has been helping. So that's good. Okay, moving on to week 27. I unfortunately have been having trouble sleeping again. Ugh, it got better for a while and then it got worse again. So if you guys remember early on, I was having such a hard time sleeping, just waking up so often and having a hard time falling back asleep, and it's happening again, unfortunately. Oh, and I'm trying my absolute best. I'm still taking the magnesium, which does help a bit. I try to have a good like nighttime routine, but between the achiness and just my mind racing and having to pee like so often, yeah, I've been awake a lot at night. So that's been kind of rough. I also feel like I have been having some like serious pregnancy brain, and I always thought that was such a silly term, but guys, it's real. It's a real thing. I was just like stumbling over my words so bad in the last couple of weeks, and like forgetting things and just things that are not like me really. And yeah, I'm blaming it on pregnancy. It's a good excuse, right? So baby is growing a lot. She's grown so much, and my belly is definitely starting to get in the way a little bit. Like bending over is kind of difficult. Like tying my shoes or putting on socks or shaving your legs. You know, you kind of just have to like learn a good technique to like go around your belly. And it's not too bad at this point, but it's just definitely noticeable. It's like, oh, okay, I can't move that direction anymore. I've also been dealing with a very stuffy nose, which has honestly been going on since like the beginning of pregnancy. I asked my midwife about it. She said it's normal. It's probably even worse now because it's getting into winter and it's so cold and dry outside. So it's like stuffy and runny and just yucky. I've also been having a decent amount of Braxton Hicks. In week like 25, 26, I was having a lot, which was a little bit concerning. But then it definitely slowed down in the last couple of weeks to where I get them probably like 5 or 6 times a day. It doesn't hurt or anything. It's just like this tightening sensation, like your entire uterus just gets tight. And you know, I talked to my midwife about it because I don't know, at this point you kind of start worrying about like preterm labor, but she said, again, it's normal. It can really range from person to person, and you know, how many you get, how often you get, and that as long as they're not in like a consistent pattern or anything, you should be fine, which mine aren't. So I feel like I'm doing okay. I have been craving sweets so bad and baked goods, which is just terrible. Like they're so delicious, but baked goods are just so not healthy for you. Like so many carbs and so much sugar, but I just want like cookies and brownies and cake and pie. And it's so hard to like being pregnant during the holidays. You just like want to eat all of the things. But, you know, you're trying to be careful about how much weight you gain and stuff. I'm definitely indulging once in a while, but I'm trying not to, you know, go overboard. My ribs have been a bit sore, especially if I'm like sitting in one position for a long time, they get sore. And I would assume it's because the lower ribs are starting to like move a little bit just to accommodate baby and make more space. But yeah, that's been a thing. Moving on to kind of week 28. You know, the things from the earlier weeks have kind of been continuing on, but that's just kind of when they started. So week 28, peeing all the time. Oh my goodness. I drink a lot of water to start with, and then with the added pressure of the baby on my bladder, holy smokes, I am running to the bathroom like every 30 minutes to an hour, and it's a little much, but it's okay. There's worse things to deal with. I also had my big midwife appointment, the glucose test for gestational diabetes, the Rhogam injection, and antibody screening. I also got the Tdap vaccine. So they went pretty smoothly, that appointment did. I'll start with the gestational diabetes test. I had to drink the red drink in the morning, the glucose one. It didn't taste that bad. I feel like people are so dramatic with it. I think I actually posted on my Instagram of me like trying it for the first time. And in that video, I'm like, it just kind of tastes like fruit punch, like that red Hawaiian fruit punch. If you ever drank that as a kid, that's what it tasted like to me. Oh, and if you guys want to follow me on Instagram to kind of see that like behind the scenes stuff, my username is @GraceLavon, same as YouTube. So go ahead and follow me there if you want to see that behind the scenes stuff. Yeah, the taste was not bad. I did, however, get some really intense heartburn after drinking it for about 24 hours, and that was not fun. You know, drank the drink, went to the appointment, got my blood drawn. I have some gnarly bruises on my arm from getting my blood drawn. I also got the Tdap vaccine, which is the whooping cough, which they recommend during pregnancy. That one hurt a lot. My arm was so sore for like 3 days afterwards, but it's fine now. And then I also got an antibody screening. So I have O negative blood, and we don't know Davis's blood type. So basically we don't know what blood type the baby will have. And when you're negative, if the baby has a positive blood type, it can cause some potential complications, not so much with the first baby, but later on. So they just want to be aware of it. So I had the blood draw for that. And then they also gave me the Rhogam injection, which basically, like, if there are antibodies in your blood that are created from mixing with the baby's blood, they can like kind of attack the pregnancy in the baby, which is not good. So the Rhogam kind of like coats those antibodies if they're there, and just helps your body not see that as like a foreign object that needs to be attacked. That's my very simplistic explanation. I'm sure there's a more scientific one, but that's how I understand it to work. So don't quote me. It goes into your butt, like into your upper butt area. And I don't remember ever having a shot there before. And I didn't think it was that bad. It definitely stung and kind of burned a little bit, but I was like prepared for it. And then later Davis told me, he's like, that was a huge needle. Like, I wasn't gonna say it in the moment, but it was so big. So I'm glad he didn't say anything in the moment. So the appointment went smoothly. We also got to hear baby's heartbeat, and it's really strong, really even. I think it was like 135 or something like that. She measured my fundal height, looked good. So that was really encouraging. And then the next day, I got my results for the gestational diabetes test and for the other ones as well. And drum roll. Oh, Otis got excited for the drum roll. You excited for the drum roll? Yeah. Yeah. Okay. I got my results and they are all good. Yay. So I do not have gestational diabetes. My glucose levels were normal after drinking the drink, which is awesome. I'm so relieved about that. You know, the blood screen came back good. I didn't have any of the antibodies, didn't have anemia. So I'm really pleased that my results for all of those things looked good. Everything looks healthy so far. That's a huge blessing, and we're really, really happy about that. Also, in 28 weeks, I had my virtual baby shower, which was really nice. Obviously, we want to do like a real in-person shower. And I think I said in my last video, we had planned for a virtual one for like a lot of people, and then a really teeny tiny in-person one for just like immediate family and people in our circle. But I live in Oregon, and we just had another like governor mandate limiting gathering groups and that type of thing, which right call, bad timing. So we ended up postponing that, and we're hoping we'll be able to do it in January. We'll see. I don't know if cases are really going to decrease that much around here, but I don't know. Fingers crossed, right? But anyway, we had the virtual baby shower. My mom planned it and put it all together, which was so sweet of her. I think about 20 people came, like lots of cousins and aunts and friends, which was so sweet. I just really appreciated all of their support. And we visited and we played a couple of games virtually. It was over Zoom. We opened gifts and yeah, it was a nice time. I also put some clips of that up on my Instagram. You guys might have seen it. And from that shower, we got a bunch of baby gear. I'm so grateful for everybody. I think my next video is actually going to be like, you know, what I got at my baby shower, just because I know people are curious to see that. And with that, we can kind of start putting the nursery together, which I'm so excited about. So that's kind of what's been going on the last 3 weeks, things that are coming up for us. We are going to be starting to put the nursery together, like I said, which I'm so excited about. We're going to go pick up some furniture from IKEA later today, and I can't wait. I also have an appointment with a pelvic floor specialist, physical therapist, scheduled for 29 weeks, just because we kind of wanted to check into some things down there. So I'll update you guys on how that went in the next one. And then I also have the 32-week growth ultrasound coming up at the end of December, which I feel like that came so fast, but yeah. As most of you know, or if you don't, baby has a 2-vessel cord, so we just have to be a little bit more aware of what's going on growth-wise. So we do have that growth ultrasound coming up in about 3 weeks here, which a little nerve-wracking, but I'm hoping it'll go really smoothly. With that, let me show you my belly. All right, so this, you know, with clothes, this is what we're looking like. Definitely showing a lot more than I have been. And here, let me show you without the leggings. This is the belly. I feel like it's rounded out quite a bit. And it's getting like much more firm up here where baby girl is at. So that's what my belly is looking like. It's growing a lot, obviously, but it is such a cool thing to see it grow and change, and just know that baby girl is moving and growing and changing with it. I think that's about it for this pregnancy update. So thank you guys so much for watching. If you are pregnant, let me know what's going on with you and your pregnancy down in the comment section. I would love to kind of just check in and see where you guys are at. And if you have any questions about what's going on with me, leave them in the comments. I'll do my best to respond to those. As always, thanks so much for watching. I love you guys. Make sure that you are subscribed, that you have the bell notification on, and we're getting into the 3rd trimester. Lots of exciting things are happening, so you don't want to miss any of that. And with that, I will see you all in my next video. Bye!